it doesn't suit your purpose anymore.
All right, welcome back, dear gentle viewer. We are back on the launch with a discussion that I promised you earlier. What you're just seeing on your screen was women who are venturing into innovation, women dreaming big and wanting to change the future of this country and the future of this world. Right now, I'm joined by, yet again, very beautiful ladies who are here to talk to us about the future of young persons or the young people in terms of business, entrepreneurship, and leadership. And this mostly focuses on your career growth as a young person, because as you enter business, it's not just about going to work, waking up every morning and going to do what you do. It's all about where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? How do you want to be addressed in the next 20 years, 15 years, or even 5 years? How do you want the public to view you? What are you bringing to the table as a young person in your business? So they're here to help us understand how to become a better CEO, a better business person, and generally a better person. Allow me to allow the ladies introduce themselves to us. Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
Let me begin from right on my immediate right.
Thank you so much for having us here, Sylvia. It's a very good day, and today you're presented with two beautiful ladies, three of course. My name is Paulette Karanja. I am a student at Kenyatta University, as well as the president of the Finance Society of Kenyatta University, and it's a pleasure to be back here once again, talk about financial literacy, youth leadership, and what keeps us going.
Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
CPA.
Thank you so much. I'm CPA Hortensia Kaniu, a certified public accountant of Kenya. I'm an auditor. That's what I do from 8 to 5. Over and above that, I'm the chairman of the Association of Women Accountants of Kenya, AWAC. And I serve in several committees at ISPAC. And also, I'm a board member at the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Thank you.
Karibu sana. Thank you for making time for us this morning. And I'm sure that our viewers are really excited to have you both here. Let's begin from the very basic. Traditionally, we are Africans. So traditionally, women are perceived to be weak. They are perceived to be making decisions with emotions. You know, with the different stages, we are perceived to be emotional most of the time, and sometimes we are told that a woman cannot hold a better position because of these changes. So from your experience and having chaired all these boards and having navigated through the corporate industry to where you are, what do you consider to be the biggest challenge, especially for the young ladies who are aspiring to be to advance their careers? What do you consider to be the greatest barrier for them to get to those places?
Thank you so much. The greatest barriers is usually the personal initiative, that lifting up of the hand. And as ladies, as women, we are at times afraid to lift up our hand. And at times we are lifting midway instead of just lifting up high. So we are, first of all, that's the first barrier. The other barrier is the environment where you're perceived as a woman, and you should always package yourself in a way that you are able to either squeeze yourself in a table, or if there's no seat for you, you push yourself in. And not many ladies are willing to do that. Thank you.
All right, I've seen this in several memes wakisema mimi nitakuja aliye juu nitamfuata juu na kuna kitu wahenga wenyu watanifanyia. So I think it's just the same thing. If you're having that zeal to push yourself, you go for it. For your case, how has it been like to get in leadership? Because you're in a maneno ya pesa, it's maneno rahisi, and you're being trusted as the president. How has it been like for you?
Thank you so much for highlighting that. It has been a great journey, considering that I did start as the finance secretary to now proceeding to the president, and it's the fact that I believed in myself so that people believed in me. So it always starts from within, as she has said, personal motivation. So the world will perceive what you portray outside. So if you portray self-belief as a great ambition leaders, people can rely on, people can trust, and also people cannot just lead also, but creating relationships, not just followers. I think that's what has made me who I am here today.
And I'll consider that leadership. For your case, what do you consider to be good leadership?
Good leadership is all about, if you're able to lead yourself, you can be able to lead the others. And it's not just leading, it's an act of service to to the community, service in the industries that you are in, service in professionalism. So it's more of being able to be trusted, having strong discipline, have strong talk about purpose, and also having a vision that people will see, this is your vision, we can work towards it together. Yes.
Interesting. Now, coming to CPA, there is a case where young people, you will hear them say that, I love my job, but then the work environment is toxic. What do you consider to be the cause of toxicity at workplace? Is it the leadership? Is it the staff? What do you consider to be leading to that?
Okay. One, all spaces can be toxic and can be non-toxic. It just depends with how you package yourself, and also be adaptable to the environment. Stay above the board. If you do your work well, if you're able to, for instance, deliver in all your deliverables at that timely manner, you will not have somebody following you up, then that name toxicity will not be with you. I believe that one comes with being made noise at, being followed at, being asked to give explanations why this and this is not done. But if you happen to do your work well, correlate with others in a healthy manner, I think you'll be good to go. Yes.
There's the aspect of office politics that is mostly affecting, I think it's mostly affecting young persons, young people, because you'd find that your way, if you want to grow your career, your way to the top may not be based on your performance. It may be based on maybe your interaction. So what do you consider to be a way that helps a person get faster to the top or growing your career?
It's basically, it's just packaging yourself properly. You need to package yourself properly. And what I would really require, is really required of you is first to have integrity as a young person in whatever you do. Then package yourself well. There is also the aspect of managing politics. Politics will always be there, but how well do you manage the politics? And to what direction do you get the politics in? Take everything in a positive way, and also be ready to learn. Be ready to learn. The seniors that you get at the work environment, these are the people to hold your hand through mentorship, and you'll be able to learn, and learn by doing. Learn by doing. Yes.
The young people, I'm still on you.
Yes.
The young people these days, you'll hear them say that we are not like the millennials or the other generations where you'd be not manipulated, exploited at work. They'll do their work and then they tell you, I'm doing this based on my pay. This is extracurricular activities. I am not paid for that, so I am not going to do that. If the work begins at 8, they will clock in at 8. If the work ends at 4, even if you give them a task at 8, at 3:55, they'll be like, but it's my time to go home. How do you think this is affecting the young people in terms of their career growth?
I've had that scenario before. Actually, in another platform like this one, where we had a discussion with university students, and they were saying once they get to the space of internship, they are usually asked to do photocopying. They are asked to maybe arrange files, and that doesn't sit well with them. And your question really relates to that particular discussion. And we were explaining to them that there's always a beginning point. There is always a starting point. So you have to get in and start learning the basic things. Those basic things, even if it's filing, photocopying and all that, ensure that you align yourself with the mentorship at the workplace so that you're able to learn. That's the only way to learn. Even an aeroplane up in the sky usually have a takeoff period. So there's no way you will jump from, for instance, from here at the university, and you are now the CEO, the manager up there must be a learning session. And also we call it a take-off period. That take-off period is what is bringing many issues to our young people, because they are not patient, they do not like to learn. And I would really urge that you get down to, you give your all, so that you create time and be able to learn. For instance, you're saying that you clock 5 and leave. Suppose you have an assignment that needs to be done. Okay, I understand this is a different generation, but ensure that you really make maximum use of the people you are at the workplace. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. How does extracurricular activities at workplace sit with you?
Extracurricular activities, as we come to understand, it's a part of your life, and you realize major employers, they also take part in understanding and also seeing what else can you bring apart from now the professional knowledge that you have been given through school. And we talk about sports, we talk about the leisure activities that they encourage people to get in, and they support you through probably tennis, badminton, and recently we've seen banks having competition amongst themselves, and that grows beyond just the normal competition in businesses, in customers, but also encouraging the employees that beyond having the 9 to 5 work, you can also engage yourselves in the extracurricular activities. Swimming, are you good at that? People also good in, there are people who are good at swimming, they're also good at playing basketball, tennis. Having good employers who show you and help you go through that, and also participate in bringing up competitions, they encourage you so that you can also be good at your work and also energizing your body, because work without play makes just
like a dull boy. All right. Now, CP, there is a surge of young people venturing into freelancing. Like it's a generation of Nikona gig, you know. I'm working for different people, and you are the one who determines your pay, your work conditions. Do you think this is sustainable?
In the short run, yes. In the short run, yes. But you need to have a plan and also have long-term goals. This is still good. Money is money, and money is good. Doesn't matter whether it's an office pay or a gig, all money is good. And from the professional part of view, you cannot have one line of finances. You need several. So a gig is good, and who knows, that can be your very next big thing for you in future. So you see, you start from that. Of course, there's a passion why you're doing it. Have as many lines as possible, explore as many lines as possible. Then you progress on. Then you be ready and open with yourself enough to drop what is not working, and also embrace new other lines. Yes.
All right. Some may argue that you need to be you need to be exceptional in one area other than knowing a thing in different fields. So we are in a world where you need several income. You need multiple jobs. And what happens to, they say that most millionaires are experts in one field and then employ others to do the other things. So what happens to this perspective of you need to venture in one thing and be a master of one, other than you know very many things which you can't do perfectly?
Okay, I would really advocate for an agile mindset, where you can see, like for instance, you're university students, you have time in your hands. There is so much that you can do. There's nothing wrong with being all-rounded, and having multi-skills. In this era of AI and where we are right now, you need to be multi-skilled. One particular aspect cannot be sufficient for you. For instance, I'm an accountant. I'm a certified public accountant. That is not all that I do. You need leadership. You need AI. You need IT. You need other skills to help you. For the youth, you need so much. You need computer skills. You need to know how to do data analysis. You should not stick to just one line. There is that one item that you're learning that is maybe your area of concentration, but you need to be agile and also venture into other lines. And there's no harm in this digital age. You also need to be feasible, feasibility, and you also need to have those aspects to help you being feasible. So multitasking in terms of having more than one skill, it's usually recommended. I would recommend that you be agile. Yes.
Pauline, what's your take on that?
It's true. Totally agree with that. That beyond just being good, it's good that at least find something that you're good at. But how will you know you're good at something if you don't try everything? And if you don't take that step to just try, as we are young right now, I have the time. I have the time to know if I'm good at the extracurricular activities, if I'm good at leadership position, if I'm good at beyond now my classwork, my coursework studies. So being all rounded is one that will make you also stand out when it comes to the larger population of what you're doing. The world is also changing. Things are new things are coming up each and every day. So if I was good yesterday at probably analyzing set of data. There's now a machine that can be able to do that. There's something else that has come in today. I have to start again, do it, put on. They say you're good at something when you do it. You put 10,000 hours in it. So it's not just one simple hour, then I'll be good at it. Progressively, and beyond the 10,000 hours you've completed, you can start something else, 10,000 hours. So it helps you to, even if I change locations, even if I change environments, I can be able to adapt quickly. And that's why we continuously advocate for AI and people to also engage in it beyond business courses, the CPA. You can also now do the professional data analytics coursework, the statistical data coursework, because AI won't take your job. Those who know how to use AI are the ones who are going to replace your job. So it's upon you to engage in every aspect that it is there. If you get the chance, if you have the time, take yourself to understand, will I be good at this? And that there's only one way to find out once you start.
I love that. I love that. The fact that they say that most of the time, as young people, we fail because we look at things in a year. Like at the end of the year, I want to do this, I want to do this. Forgetting that there is 10 years. At the end of 10 years, what do I want to do? Like right now, I've seen young people already saying that my breakthrough year, imebakisha 2 months, so there's nothing I can do. Tungoje 2026, forgetting that the little that we do pile up to the greater. Yeah. Now let's talk about merging entrepreneurship and professionalism or career. Most of the time you find that when someone is doing one of them, they forget the other. Someone venturing into business, they forget, okay, I have to go to my 9 to 5. So how well do you balance between entrepreneurship and your career?
Okay, there is so much that one can do with 2 hands, but there's an aspect of delegation, of proper management. You don't need to do everything, but you can plan properly, and you have other people around you to help you, because you cannot do everything, but everything needs to be done well. So, and also one side should not suffer at the expense of the other. Your professional work should not suffer at the expense of the entrepreneurship part. Also, the business or the entrepreneurship part should not suffer because of the professional. So striking a balance between the two is very, very crucial. This comes with proper planning. You really need to have proper planning. I like what you have said, that we usually look at now, not the future. You need to have short-term plans and also long-term plans. For instance, that entrepreneurship that you want to venture into, what is the future of it? most of maybe the professional part, you could be in unemployment. And how long, how many years do you need to stay in that job before maybe you let it go? And so you need to balance, have short-term goals and also long-term goals. Proper management starts from yourself, from me, proper planning on myself, such that I'm able to deliver on what I am doing. That is now the professional side, and also plan very properly on the other side, that is the entrepreneurship side, so that neither of the sides suffer. Remember, even when you delegate, you need to delegate and ensure things are working. Yes.
There's a problem when it comes to people beginning their businesses. Sometimes because you're having two streams of income, you have the business and then you have your career. You find that sometimes your business is running on losses and then you use your salary to bring up the business. What mistake does this have for the business, or what leads to these mistakes where you find that your salary is funding the business and you're just having the business for like the fun part of it, and it's not really making profits?
It just starts with the original part of it, that is the business plan. What type of business plan did you put in place? And did you have a business plan in the first place? Or you just started? Did you just start without a business plan? Because in the business plan, you need to have the financial aspect well figured out. Very well figured out. There's no reason why your job and or your salary should be coming to fund the business. That means either we lost it at the initial stages of having a good business plan, or I don't know, something must have happened along the way. But remember, these two should be able to support each other. Yes, I agree. There are times when you get into that entrepreneurship and businesses and they start dipping, but you can't keep throwing good money into bad money. So you also need to see and evaluate when you should stop, and a clear business plan with clear time frames, deliverables, and also getting back to it and checking what went wrong and what you can align. And we should not be afraid to start again. At times, I remember there's during one of the graduations, the Vice Chancellor was giving a speech at the University of Nairobi, and she was saying, as young people, opportunities will go out, and the opportunities are different for each and every one of us. For some, it will be okay. You will go, everything is aligned, you'll have a job, and you start off. But there for some people it will not work. So you will need to go back to the drawing board. And she was emphasizing that do not be afraid to go back to the drawing board. Go back there to the drawing board, draw it again, and start all over again, and then rise. Same case to businesses. If it's not working, if it's eating up into the little that you have, go back to the do not be afraid to go back to the drawing board, set it up again, and rise. Thank you.
I love the part where you said throwing good money to bad money. From where you sit, when do you know it's now time to give up? Because like this is now not patient. This I should be giving up. This is wasting time.
Giving up is something that we're always afraid of doing. But if it doesn't suit your purpose, if it doesn't give you fulfillment anymore, you don't per se give up, but I think you just go back, sit down, and understand what was your why. Why did you start? What has driven you through? Is it change? Is it the people around you? Is it support that is no longer there? Is it the motivation that was making you wake up to do it every day? So before setting your mind that you want to give up, go back and understand, why did I start it? Why was I here? Why am I here till night now? Why did we come all to this far to make it a stop? But again, if it doesn't meet your purpose anymore, we close that chapter. There's also a new chapter to open. Life is a beautiful experience. every day you get a chance to wake up, every day you get a chance to breathe new fresh air, you get a chance to think through, understand, and you don't know who you're going to meet out there. You're going to open doors where you close these doors, but you don't bang them. You just close them, and there'll be another one ahead of you.
Yeah. I love that you don't bang them. I would have said what you're saying in law, but it's gone. No, you deal with young people, you interact with them most of the time, and you're privileged to have knowledge on what business is like, on what entrepreneurship is like. You happen to be close to brilliant minds who have experience. So from interacting with the young people, what do you think is the biggest mistake they make that slows down their progress or slows their businesses? The mistake they make, maybe foundational mistakes that they make.
It's true. I am also a Gen Z, and we interact more in class, beyond class, and also as a business students. These are conversations we always have now and then. Now we find students who try and venture into businesses, they go it in a short-term mentality, not having time to create a business plan. To understand what purpose am I bringing into the world, why am I starting this business, who are my financiers, if things go south, where am I supposed to go and get help? This is the type of business that I want to start with. Where should I start? Will I need the tools that I need to begin and say, now I can offer this service, or now I can offer this product? So we find that lack of a business plan, and also the mentality of, I want to get profits immediately. Not having a long-term sustainable goal that will push you through, that even if things don't work out, you'll still wake up and continuously progress through. Yes.
That is a lot to take in for a young person, because most of the time you'll hear someone say that, I wonder how the older generation used to survive the economy, because you'll hear someone say that with my salary, we are having the same salary, this person is raising kids and he has a wife, but for me, I can barely sustain myself with the same salary. So what do you think, CPA, is the biggest mistake the young people make when it comes to managing their finances? Because you'll hear them complain a lot. I've never had a young person say that, okay, now I'm comfortable. They will always be like, I need to get this, I need to get this. Is it a consumer mentality that we have?
First, I believe the issue of skill sets and having gaps in, like what she was saying, in what you're doing. At a click of a button, you are able even to get the basic bookkeeping skills. And you should be a CEO of yourself. If you don't have one, be one for yourself, so that you sit down and evaluate where you have gaps. What gaps do you have? Do you know about the financial part? You should have those basic skills, because that is actually one of the things that usually bring in a lot of problems. And fill in those gaps. What is required? Why is the business failing? Why is the business failing? Why is it not doing well? What is lacking from your end? And you take yourself in a small examination and get to know what gaps that you have. So you fill in those gaps. So that even as you come to the money aspect, you are able to manage well, because you have those basic skills. For instance, the bookkeeping, you are able to see, this is the much that I'm getting in a day, and a basic cash book. This is what I got in and what is going out, and this is what I am left with, so that you don't eat stock. What we usually say, eating stock. Because you find yourself that, you may not know that you do not have, then do not mix business money and your money. Because what remains is what you should use, not what you have put into the business. If there's no that separation, you mix up everything. Those skill sets are missing. You'll be moving in backward situation instead of forward.
So from what I get that young people are not succeeding in their businesses mostly because they lack records, they lack plans. They just begin, my friend alianzisha hii biashara, so let me also begin it. Now let's talk about the aspect of, we talked about women having barriers to getting to positions of power or getting their businesses known, funding and all that. But now there is the young person. You'll talk to us about how hard it is or easy it is to get to these places. But then from an experienced perspective, young people often say that I am not believed because probably I'm just a student, or I don't have titles when it comes to interacting with other people in spaces, maybe conferences. You'll hear someone introduce themselves, oh, I have 30 years of experience and this and this. And then this young person wants to compete with the same person, and you're just maybe a fresh graduate, or you have a project that you want it funded, but then you are a young person who lacks experience. How do you pitch for yourself, or campaign for yourself when you have basic accomplishments or basic maybe papers, qualifications and that as a young person?
Okay, success is a journey. It's not at the destination. So you must begin from somewhere. So when you look at somebody who have 30 years of experience, that person has started from somewhere. What I'd encourage a young person is, first of all, to get mentorship, and also something we call sponsorship. Sponsorship is not the handouts or giving out some little cash here and there. It is somebody who can mention your name in a room full of opportunities. And how do you get that? One is volunteering. You need to volunteer. Apparently, as the young people, we are not patient. We want things to happen right now. What we usually call microwave success. It doesn't work like that. So be patient. Put yourself together. Put your skills together. Get to learn those skill sets that I'm mentioning. Get to package yourself in a good way. Take your time and learn. Get a mentor. And also volunteer. Volunteer is very crucial because you start giving back. For instance, we have secondary schools where we schooled. We have primary schools where we schooled. There is so much that you can give. Even here at the institution, there are spaces like the library where we can volunteer our services free of charge. From there, of course, you'll be teamed up. You'll be volunteering at an experienced person. The person will be able to hold your hand. And the aspect of that sponsorship, what I mentioned, somebody mentioning you in a room full of opportunities, that is the time now your name, Paulette, will appear. So you should not shy away from volunteering and also packaging yourself. So I'm mentioning Paulette, and Paulette has not packaged herself well. You see, it doesn't go like that. So you start with packaging yourself well, have the skill sets. That is why you say that you need to be agile, do more than one. It's not only the degree that you're doing. Equip yourself with all the skills that are needed, then volunteer, get into the space, look for mentors, be humble, be humble, and you will grow your way. Then that thing of somebody is asking for 30 years experience, it will come. You have volunteered. Even volunteerism will count. And then when you get to the space, you will know what to do. Because you already volunteered and you're also willing to learn. Thank you.
I love that. Paulette, but before we get into a conclusion, how have you managed to get into these spaces, get these opportunities as a young person? How have you made your way through them?
Yeah, thank you. So we find it is true. It is a bit challenging for us young people to also find and sit at the table, but you come and realize that when you are available, you show up continuously. So it's the consistency in you that will make me understand that, oh, I saw you here, I saw you here. So what will it portray? That you are available, you are ready to offer yourself to and also provide something in return. So it's not just a matter of take and take and take. What am I bringing to the table? I'm available. I can create time to be in this and this space, to attend this event, to attend this webinar, to bring up myself and also have a conversation with you, ask you, where did you start? Till we hear what is the process. So you being yourself, to me bring showing up consistently. Even if you don't feel like doing it, you just have to wake up, because the why, back to what we are speaking behind, there's something that pushes you through. So it's a challenge, because you find that you also need to do courses. You have to continuously learning. You come to realize learning doesn't stop. Even those in bigger positions are still in school doing their masters, doing their PhDs, doing their third, fourth degrees. So what does it show you? As much as you're also trying to equip to fit in that place, I also have to brand myself to fit in that place. And also in this day and era, we are moving digital. So do I have my space in the digital space? These opportunities come through LinkedIn. They all come through Facebook. They come through Twitter. Conversations, rallies are being made through TikTok, through Twitter. Do I have myself visible in that space, that when someone searches Paulette, what does it appear? My achievements, my completions, the small volunteering aspects that she has mentioned, put it out there. Let people see. You never know who is watching. There might be your next employer. There might be your next sponsor who will mention your name. Oh, I saw this young lady doing this and this. She might be fit for this position. And you realize once you are agile enough, you're able to adapt, and you're able to quickly understand the world needs this, so I have to be this so that I can fit in. It's not just a smooth process, but dot and dot adds up, and you'll get a straight line where it moves through.
All right, thank you so much. Now I'll give you a minute for a conclusion. CPA, if you are if you were to give an advice to your younger self, your 20-year-old self, on how to make the success come faster or in a smoother way, what advice would you give yourself?
Okay. One is to embrace change, and also world is a beautiful place. I'll go back and do so much that I've done at this era. More leadership, knowledge, and being all well packaged. Yes.
All right, that's beautiful. Paulette, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
I was expecting you to tell me my younger self, like, I'm still young. In the next 10 years, of course, following footsteps of my mentors here, I'll be a CPAK also, and also progressing in life, and also being adaptable. And I'm really curious to see where the digital and AI thing will be. So I'm really looking forward to that. And as much as we're also looking forward to that, of course, venture into that area and see how we can be able to understand and also make it easier to make decisions in businesses using the compatibility of AI. Yes.
All right. Umesema it will not be luck. It is strategic.
Yeah, it's
strategically planned for that.
It's a plan.
Thank you so much for mentoring us as young people, and also thank you so much for Paulette for showing us that it's possible. Sometimes we think that, those are things that are done by other people, but when you see your peers doing the same thing as what you see as hard, you get motivated to do it. So thank you so much, ladies, for making time for us. I'm sure our viewers back at home now know how to navigate office politics, get into better positions just by what you have shared with us. So that has been on the launch.